players, administrators, fans, right? Like to play a game where we got absolutely handle offensively, defense, especially. Give a lot of credit to Wisconsin. Obviously, they've been playing really good the last couple of weeks, and knew we were coming in for a battle here. They really executed, I thought, from the first snap to first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. We would kind of feel a little bit like we're getting on track with some things, offense, defense, obviously offensively. Just never really got on rhythm, give up that many pressures, that many hits on our quarterback, never really got on rhythm defensively. That first drive that went down, obviously, but then we kind of bowed up and played pretty good in the late first quarter, second quarter. Obviously, they got that field goal at the end on a short field with a short punt. But at halftime, thought we made some corrections, made some adjustments, but it just never really materialized in anything successful. So, I told our guys the biggest thing they can't do is leave this moment here, right? Like we have to own this moment. When you have setbacks, you got to be able to learn from them. So we got to take this on the plane ride with us, fly home with it, digest it tomorrow, and then have an opportunity to play one more game in the regular season. Obviously, we qualified for postseason, but to have this week to honor our seniors, we got a group of guys that have done a lot of really good things for us, and also some senior transfers that have been very, very impactful in our program and our season. So got a lot of things to play for this week. We're just going to have to stomach this one and take it and move forward. With that, go.
You thought you had a good week of practice leading up to this game? Was there anything you saw in practice?
No, I thought we practiced pretty good. Tuesday, was a normal Tuesday. Wednesday, I thought there was some definite things that we corrected and moved on. Normal Wednesday, and then Thursday was pretty good. But obviously the results of today would tell you something different. But I didn't have any red flags going into the weekend about. I just knew that this was a good football team defensively. We had to take care of the edges. That was probably a big thing that we didn't do today. That was a big part of the game. I think just the lack of consistency, and then really coming out second. I still thought 7 game. I knew they had. We actually made a stop too. So defensively, I thought we get a stop, we get our offense back out there and be able to convert. But we just did enough things to shoot ourselves in the foot, and lack of composure, uncharacteristic of what we've done. So yeah, very frustrating overall. Yeah.
What did you see where they were kind of able to move the ball down?
Well, we knew with this quarterback, right, in the first series, they attacked the perimeter quite a bit with the quarterback run game. And in that run in particular, like anytime, I believe, so we gave up 85 yards on one play, and you're never going to win Big Ten football games with those kind of statistics, regardless of how it happens. That's definitely a key part of it, because we were kind of still battling back and forth, and that one kind of swung the momentum of the game, in my opinion. Yeah. Well, there was one there at the end that the game was kind of, we brought a pressure and they ran a middle screen underneath and blocked it up. But there was one I know in the first half that was a critical part of the game, just trying to get off the field. Again, I think the combination of being able to produce pressure on the passer, but also cover up our tight. He did a good job of finding some open routes and settling in right at the sticks. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely didn't run the ball effectively, and that was probably for me the frustrating part. We tried to get inside, obviously. Then we went to the perimeter, nothing happened. Just kind of a summation of a lot of really bad football, and the covering kicks was I don't know if they in return. We obviously had the missed snap with a snap, the missed field goal, and then obviously the short punt. Those are hard to correct.
Coach, you talked to Melvin before he left the field when he was ejected. What did you tell him?
Melvin's very, appreciate Melvin. There's probably nobody that's grown in this program as much as him over the last 2 years. But when it gets hot, like that's the composure you got to keep. That's what I was trying to express to him. And I also, thankfully those weren't, that wasn't an ejection that'll cost him in the next game. But he's really got to learn from that moment. Obviously, very frustrated, and he cares. His care factor is absolutely through the roof. But it's got to be handled and treated in the right way. And we'll probably address it. Sometimes when guys are hot like that, you got to address it, make sure they know about it, but it's a better conversation for tomorrow. Yeah. Well, without a doubt, we got one game that we got to concentrate on. We got a Northwestern team coming in town. Obviously, they had a big win today against Minnesota. So, I think, they became bowl eligible today too. So they're obviously in the postseason play, but this is a trophy game. This is a game that means a lot to our guys, and I'm sure it means a lot to them. So we'll get their best shot. But, there's going to be obviously out of season and off season corrections and adjustments. But for us to get Northwestern, it's going to be that defense staff, the same one that put together good game plans the last couple of weeks, got to do their best effort to get ready for Northwestern.
High expectations for this team. So where's this loss?
Well, expectations are awesome because they're created by what we've done, right? And the good news is, obviously 7 wins is not where we want to be. So that part is of the reality of the moment, but also how we've lost, right? Like, this game in particular, to lose to a 4-win team. Obviously they played better than we did and executed better than that. So that part's frustrating. And then the earlier losses, I think we kind of addressed those during the bye weeks. But bottom line, I'm not making any type of excuses or thoughts. We just got to play better football, and we got to, in my opinion, I got to do a better job of building a roster around them so that we can have successful players and successful plays that gives us wins overall.
Coach, you mentioned a couple of those special teams miscues. What kind of impact did that end up having?
Well, it's huge. Obviously, in the first half, David's been one of the best kickers in the country, right? So, I mean, he missed a field goal. That's why probably everybody's so shocked. But he's been great for us all year, and he'll be great for us in the future. The short punt obviously gave him a little bit of field position at the end of the half, and again, Crimmins has statistically been one of the better punters we've had in this league. And then obviously the bot snap at the end of the game, that was kind of just the perfect storm.
Did you see anything early from the offense that indicated to you that they didn't have their best stuff today?
Well, I think obviously we struggled a little bit offensively. I think Wisconsin had a little bit to do with it. They played really well the last couple of weeks, and their edge players, 22 is a very, very good player. I thought he was a guy that kind of brought it. Their other edge player did a really good job. I thought they kept the ball in front of them good, didn't allow us. We had some big plays in the passing game, but we just weren't able to generate anything, consistently. And then we got down there when it was, the possibility of making it we were down by 10 and we were able to get down there inside. I think we had 1st and goal on the 9 and just walk away from there 3 points. In that situation, you gotta have touchdowns, not field goals. And I think that was really a big part of the game right there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bring a few players in here. Miles Scott will be first.
game to bed, and you got to focus on the next team ahead. So this week, being able to tomorrow get rid of the game, learn from it, but then it's on to the next opponent.
So Madison sits down.
Just what emotions after all said, you guys had high expectations this year. Is that anything?
Yeah, it's really frustrating. Coming in feeling confident in your ability to execute and be successful in all phases, and it's just frustrating coming off that. I didn't feel like we executed, and so got to look at the film ultimately. But yeah, it's a rough feeling.
What do you think has gone wrong defensively? I know you guys had high expectations. Just consistency doesn't seem to be there. Seeing reasons for that.
Yeah, I think I'll have to watch the film. It comes down to lack of execution. Our preparation could have been better, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm not sure really right now the corrections that we need to make.
Bielema said he thought that this week's practice was good, and they didn't see something like that's coming. When did you feel like it was starting to slip away?
Yeah, there's a lot of points in the game that were uncharacteristic of us. I felt like, but congrats to Wisconsin. I feel like they played a good game, and it's a tough environment. So.
Do you think that lack of execution is that more physical? Is that more mental?
I think it plays a lot more mental than physical. I think that football is just that way. Understanding your leverage, understanding the fundamentals that you need to use in certain instances. And so when you understand those things and you're aware, then you can execute them physically. And so it all starts in the mental.
You got one more regular season game. Just how do you head into next week?
Yeah, I think we just got to put our head down. Obviously, take this and feel this loss and take this with us through the week, understanding that it's not something that we expect to feel or we want to feel again. And so, I don't know. Yeah, hope that answers.
Did you feel like the emotion, the long touchdown run sucked?
Yeah. Yeah, did. I don't know what else to say to that.
Walk us through that one.
One more on this.
On the field, and what did you see on that run?
Yeah, so their offensive coordinator does a lot of motion, shifts trades, get you thinking on the field, and in a moment we had executed the call prior to that, and I don't know if we were expecting, or there's bits and pieces that each player could say they could have done better. Every play, I'm sure any guy in that locker room could say, there's one play where I could have been, at least one play where I could have been the better version of myself. And that was something that they took advantage of when we weren't able to execute.
Last one.
Talk about being the aggressor defensively.
Yep.
Do you feel like you guys were that at any point tonight?
Yeah, I definitely think we came in and we had that chip on our shoulder. I think that it wasn't the same feeling that it had been prior, like I mentioned. But I think that we had a lot of plays on the field, and ultimately that's our job. When we're on the field, we have to execute, we have to put the fire out, we have to play hard. But we didn't do a good job of that tonight.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, guys.
Ran the ball so well last week against Maryland tonight. I think it was certainly tougher. What difference maybe did you see just the rugby not being as effective?
I mean, just this was to credit Wisconsin, like just a group on that side of the ball with a lot of ability. We knew that going into it. The front seven, man, just a really good group. Young at the second level, but man, those front four guys, man, are really, really good players. And we knew that going into it. We had a good week of prep, but a really good defense on that side. Like I'm sure there's moments where one guy broke down on one play and then the next play another guy, but overall, man, I thought Wisconsin played really well and we didn't. It's not a complicated thing. Classic case of mental errors and penalties in critical moments. Defense that hadn't given up a lot of points, so just had to maximize our possessions. We didn't do that, obviously. So, yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Did they throw anything at you as far as pressure goes that you didn't have?
Not at all. I mean, probably the least amount of things that they threw at us that I didn't expect. Like they lined up and took it straight to us. It's about the bottom line, not a complicated thing to see. Played fast, played hard, and not saying we didn't. Like we were excited to play, man. We were inspired and we were ready to go win. Like we had a lot. We expected to win. So good defense. I've always thought this league is very similar to the NFL. As I watched the NFL, I obviously haven't been there, but anybody can get anybody on any given Saturday. Just a very physical league, and if you don't play well, the other teams don't show up and do their best. So it's a very competitive league. Yeah, I just couldn't get in a rhythm. We had moments where we created some explosives and got down there and found ourselves in, like I said, some mental errors and penalties that got us to 3rd and 20, and it's just so hard to convert in this league with a good defense statistically. We had our moments where we were playing well, and we had a lot of moments where we weren't. Just again, credit to Wisconsin for, they played well and good defense and a lot of ability, a lot of athleticism on that side, and they played like a really good group, and they took it to us all day. And but yeah, just not playing a rhythm. I don't know what it is. It's all around. Like it's a collective thing, So it's me on one play, up front on one play. We're just not playing, in sync consistently enough to be a big time team in this league. That's the bottom line. So got to figure that out, with one more left.
How frustrating is that? Because you guys had such high expectations. So when did you see that line up?
Yeah, I mean, it's a week to week league, man. Just we went into the year obviously with incredible expectations to do something and really insanely special here, obviously, and nobody believed that it was going to happen more than our group. So incredibly frustrating, but man, I got a lot of respect for the other teams in this league, man. Like they play the right way and they played hard. It wasn't and I mean, yeah, it is frustrating, but man, I leave every game knowing I gave it everything I had. Like I got nothing to hang my head about, and sure, I didn't play that great. I mean, I played good in some moments and struggled in some moments, but man, that's part of the game, and physical mistakes and some mental mistakes are going to happen. But yeah, I had a lot of expectations for myself and this team to really play in that postseason, that playoff. But just obviously not going to happen now. But man, I play because I love the game and I get everything I have. So yeah, incredibly frustrating. You want to win, but I got a lot of respect for the teams that we've played. Man, they play the game the right way, and they obviously prepare the right way, and you just kind of got to tip your cap sometimes to a good team, a good defense like that. Possibly, I think we had opportunities to create to get behind them a little bit that we didn't take advantage of. They played a pretty low coverage, I think, all night, and really tried to stop our run and stop our underneath stuff. And and you got to threaten the defense at all levels of the field to be an elite team to win big time games on the road like this. And yeah, their pass rush was great. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some all Big Ten players on that defensive line. Like they got a good group up there. So yeah, we had opportunities. I think I wouldn't, when those shot plays would come in, man, I had the utmost confidence that like we were going to go connect on it. I wasn't worried about the rush or anything like that. But I think we missed the mark, missed the opportunity to kind of create some explosives down the field a little bit. So got to learn from it and move forward. Like all we got is the moment right now, and if we don't learn from it, we got issues. So yeah, we'll bounce back.
One more out of that order. What do you or can you do to try and flip that where maybe you can sense that you guys didn't have your best stuff early?
Just living in the moment. I'm just a lot of it's my visible emotions and how demonstrative I can be. Just competitive spirit. Like it's not always frustration. Yeah, there was some frustration tonight, of course, but just being super focused on the moment, learning from the last snap, learning from series to series, man, and bringing a lot of maturity to the field. It's so easy to be emotional and to get out of yourself. Each individual player playing in an environment like that late in the season and a close game, but yeah, there was obviously some frustration, but man, I'm just competitive. Like I want to play well and I want to win and I want to lead my guys. So yeah, just I've played a lot, so it's a lot of experience helps me to really snap back in the moment of what's important, in the moment to be my best. So and communicate and encourage my guys, being a good leader. Yeah, I guess you can call it miscommunication. It was right there on about the 5-yard line, third down, and we had a 5-man protection. They brought 6, so I had to throw my side adjust, my hot. And Justin's that guy. He didn't see the double the internal pressure from Wisconsin, and I certainly saw it because it's right in front of my face, and try to get it to him as fast as I can to get the ball out of my hands. We had an opportunity to make that play if he's got his eyes around, but it's kind of the story of the night. Just miscommunication, mental errors, and penalties is not going to win in this league. Like again, it's not a complicated loss. It's just credit Wisconsin, man, and just didn't play well, and didn't maximize our opportunities. So, but excited, man. Always excited to go play again. Opportunity to go get a win. At home, and that's what I'm excited about. I'm gonna go put my best foot forward, man, and compete. Like I love it. I love the game. I love my guys, and so they're gonna get my best every single day. Yeah, appreciate it.
That's it. Yes. Thank you.